Hi, it's Michelle Stone with Michelle Stone Masterpieces, and today is Sunday, January 31st, 2021. So I'm coming to you today because today is the very first day of the 100-day challenge, and I have chosen to do emotional color wheels. And with the emotional color wheels, I plan on becoming a whole lot more emotionally literate, which will make a huge difference in my life or moment to moment um, interactions with people and knowing myself better and knowing how to how, just like how to manage life better, how to be more authentic with myself and with others and with those that I love. And so that's why we're here. So if you want to be part of my journey, please join me. I really, really would love for you to join me. Um, and if not, that's okay too, but if you do choose to join me, go ahead and subscribe, click the button down below and click that bell too. So every day when I do my emotional color wheels or any other video that I'm inspired to do, that you'll get to be part of it. So, and I encourage you to, if you are going to join me, have your paper and your um, circle, whatever you plan on using for a circle, your ruler and your colored pencils ready. So here we go. All right. So today I have my top to my colored pencil can that I'm going to circle. This is what I typically use when I do this kind of thing. I am going to come down a little bit further, and I'm going to do a nice round circle. There you go. You can see that. And then I'm going to pull out my ruler. I want to do 12 today. I will say that probably throughout this 100-day challenge, after I don't know, when I'm inspired, maybe after a little bit, we will start to do more than 12. And so if you're joining me and you're looking at learning how to do this or how to become more literate with it, then what I recommend to you is that you start off with, well, initially I started off with 6, then I went to 8, and now I'm up to 12. Um, and so, and I'm going to do my little boxes here, 6 on either side. There we go. Okay, so where am I today? Today has been a very full day. And so I felt courageous. I'll just put courage. I felt courage. I felt a little bit of worry, some irritation. And you know what? As I'm writing all this down, willingness. I'm using the joy-based living emotional ladder or emotional scale. Up here it actually says joy, appreciation, and love. If you want to get this for yourself, I'll put the link down below. So it's got a lot of really good ones in it. I do have some others that have a plethora of emotions and feelings in them. So, but today this is what I'm going to use. So let's see. Irritation, willingness, acceptance, faith, resolve. These are not on here. Faith and resolve are not on there. Hopefulness. Let's see. I've also felt some fear. And so I've kind of gone like up and down, like I've kind of felt a range of emotions today. Let's see. Fear, contentment. Let's see. Courage, faith, resolve. Let me see. I put acceptance down. I put irritation down. Desire. And I'm going to put frustration. Okay. So if you've done this with me before, then you know what happens next. So we kind of look at our colored pencils and we lean into those feelings. And then we figure out what color that most suits us at that moment. And so I'm gonna grab my pencil sharpener. So let's see. So courage. Courage to me today feels like it's like this. Embrace. And so what I'll do is I'm going to take my colored pencils and put them off to the side. And so let's see. So worry. Worry feels like it's this brown. Irritation. I'm going to go with black. Willingness. Willingness is going to be this metallic blue. So your colors for your feelings can change from day to day. I'm going to do this orange. Let's see, faith. And faith looks like this purple right here. Orchid. Oops. I'm gonna sharpen that. So yeah, so if you haven't done this, one of the things about the emotional color wheel is it typically takes just about 20 minutes, sometimes a couple minutes more, sometimes a couple minutes less. But it's about 20 minutes. Oh my goodness. This one must have gotten dropped a bunch. And so, but it really helps you tune into your feelings, your thoughts, dealing with different things, different emotions, different parts of your day. Because it's even without everything that's going on in the world right now, there is a part. There's like a mental health and a self-care that this helps with, that it would be important for us to keep up with. So I figured put that out. Hopefulness. Hopefulness feels, I think it feels like this pink. Yeah. Fear. Fear is going to be the scarlet red. Contentment. Sky blue. Is it sky blue? No, it's light blue. Desire. Ooh. we go. Just gold. It's like desire. And so what I'm doing is I'm tapping into these emotions and these feelings that I've had throughout the last 24 hours. Frustration. There we go. And so now I'm going to come back through. I'm going to take all of these and put them off to the side and come back through and start here and go all the way around. So courage was the first one. I'm going to lean into those moments of courage and see if, you know, I'm going to start off with this piece of pie, right? And then feel into it. So those moments of courage, did they feel like they were just this part? Or did they feel like they were a little bit bigger? And so, you know what? Honestly, they feel like they were a little bit bigger. Maybe even bigger than that. There we go. Okay. Worry. So I'm gonna come in here and what does this worry feel like? Oh, see, even that, I just by doing that little bit and kind of tapping into that feeling, my shoulders released some tension. Irritation. Let me go to that moment. And you know what's happening in my mind is I'm actually the dialogue that goes on. You know how you have that dialogue that goes on in your subconscious as you're feeling these feelings. That's actually coming up, and I'm bringing it up in my mind, and I'm kind of examining it as right here as we're doing this in real time. And I'm like, okay, so that irritation, what was that, and what in myself can I improve? And what did it mean for me in a bigger picture? Okay, so willingness to grow from this irritation. So that was actually, oh, that feels real big. And you know what? Now I'm actually feeling it in my heart too, where I'm feeling it like where it's like I was willing to grow from that particular experience, and that makes me feel satisfied actually. So now there's an additional feeling. You know what? I'm going to write the word satisfied. Just from that moment. Okay. So acceptance. Acceptance goes along with that willingness. Let me see. Let me remember what that felt like. This acceptance. Acceptance that I was willing to go that extra step. Yeah, okay. Doesn't have to be that much bigger. All right. Faith. Oh, yes. Faith was a big part of this whole experience. And see, even though I'm not telling you what my experiences were, I bet you can, if you can relate, if you're watching this video, I bet that you can kind of go, you know what, I've had courage. Oh my goodness, this orchid. I'm gonna have to find me another one of these. Or I've been worried, and I wonder what would have happened if I did a color wheel when I was worried. Or I wonder what would have happened. So this is faith. So leaning into my faith feels really solid and really big in this moment. I think I'm learning that this particular orchid doesn't need to be sharpened that big. There we go. Okay. So there's faith. Let's see, resolve. Resolve is another, it's goes along with that willingness, that resolve to want things better in my life, want to continue moving forward, to continue striving. Yeah, this resolve feels really big too. Feels really solid. Feels really really uh, determined. Yeah, it feels determined. And so I'm actually writing out determined there. But you know what? Sometimes there are layers under layers. I think that as I'm sitting here writing these out, that maybe in my next video, I may start to do a couple more. So hopefulness. Hopefulness. Okay. Hopefulness. Yeah. I have hope. Hope that things will all be good. Kind of goes back to that faith, huh? Yeah. Content. Whoops. Where am I? Fear. See? Now, after I went through all of that, this fear doesn't feel so big. This fear feels like, that's about what that feels like. And, you know, this is, and I talk about coloring the residue of your day away. And I don't know if you've watched any of my other videos from the early part of last year, but yeah, I didn't even have that much fear now that I think about it. But there we go. What is this? Contentment. So when I do stuff like this, these emotional color wheels, as I'm going through it and feeling into those feelings, it it allows me to process these emotions. And you know what? There's one thing that I will say in the world that we could use a lot more of, is processing emotions. Because I know that I've said this before, but people are really, the majority of people only feel like 3 to 5 emotions. And that would be about it. Okay, desire. Desire for a different outcome. What about that? Yeah, there we go. Desire for change. There we go. Actually, that desires. Oh yeah, it is. And I already read over those, so I know what those are. So yeah, that desire is pretty big, actually. There we go. Okay. And frustration. Frustration. You ever get frustrated? You're like, ah, I want to say all these mean words. That's not how I get, but sometimes people get that way. They want to say stuff that you really don't mean. And then you just kind of wonder. You're like, ah. So if you were to do an emotional color wheel just like this and kind of write out frustration and then dig deeper for the frustration and like really figure out what's underneath that, you would be able to start growing and processing your own stuff. So that's the thought. Anyway, here you go. Here is today, day 1 of my 100-day challenge for my emotional color wheel. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you are inspired by this and want to follow along, please go ahead and hit subscribe and then click that bell. And every day that I post, I put up my the emotional color wheel, then you will see it and you'll be able to join me in this endeavor. So thank you very much. Remember, color the residue of your day away, and I will see you tomorrow.